It was supposed to be a regular Friday night. Calm, quiet, maybe even a little celebratory. DeMar DeRozan, the seasoned NBA star known for his sharp mid-range jumper and ice-cold demeanor on the court, had just wanted a peaceful dinner. Sushi, friends, maybe a drink or two, nothing dramatic. Through all, Calabasas is usually where you go to avoid the chaos. It's tucked away from the paparazzi flashbulbs of Los Angeles and the fast-paced noise of the city. But things didn't stay calm for long, not at all. What unfolded next turned a simple dinner into a headline, an incident now under police investigation, and a moment that could potentially follow DeMar off the court and into the court of public opinion. TMZ was quick to get the scoop because of course they were. When you're an NBA star, every move you make can be broadcasted and twisted, especially when it's caught on camera. Somewhere around 10:30 p.m., inside the stylish and often celebrity-frequented Sushi in Calabasas, DeMar DeRozan found himself in the middle of an escalating, intense, and very physical altercation. According to reports, and now verified by a circulating video, DeMar wasn't just involved in a verbal dispute. He was physically confronting another man, who at one point ended up flat on the ground, legs in the air like a scene out of a bar brawl rather than a sushi lounge. The footage, blurry and grainy but unmistakably damning, shows a very different DeMar than fans are used to seeing. This wasn't the calm, calculated athlete from the court. This was a man pushed to the brink. He was visibly angry, pissed off even, as he stood over the individual on the floor. The man in question was down but clearly not out. His legs pointed straight up, awkwardly, almost cartoonish if the situation hadn't been so serious. DeMar looked like he was ready to go further, to make a point with his fists if he had to, but another man dressed in a suit, possibly a friend, a bystander, or maybe even a member of restaurant security, grabbed him, doing his best to hold him back before things escalated even more violently. And it could have. DeMar's body language said everything his mouth didn't have to. He was pacing, heated, pacing again. His fists were clenched. He wasn't done. Not even close. And then came the trigger that reignited everything, the demand for a phone. The man who had been knocked to the ground wasn't backing off. He had one thing on his mind, his phone. He shouted it multiple times, voice rising, trying to make himself heard over the commotion. "Give me my phone." Over and over. Loud. Agitated. Almost daring. And that's when DeMar lunged again, with the kind of aggression and urgency that made even onlookers gasp. It wasn't just about the phone anymore. It was about something deeper, respect, privacy, boundaries being crossed. Whatever line had been drawn had been stomped over by the man demanding his phone, and DeMar had clearly had enough. A woman in a gray sweatsuit, caught in the middle of it all, tried to be the voice of reason. Her tone was urgent but pleading. She put herself between them, eyes wide with anxiety, gesturing with both hands for DeMar to stop. "He's not worth it," she said. Over and over again. "He's not worth it." There's something powerful about hearing someone say that in the heat of a moment, "He's not worth it." Like she was trying to reach the real DeMar, buried beneath the adrenaline and fury. Like she was reminding him who he was and what he had to lose. 'Cause let's be real, one wrong move, one bad swing caught on camera, and everything an athlete has worked for can crumble in seconds. Endorsements, reputation, even playing time. It's all on the line when you're a public figure with millions watching. The video ends with DeMar finally backing away. Not storming out, not fully calm either, just distancing himself. He moved to another section of the restaurant, his breathing still heavy, body still stiff. Meanwhile, the man on the ground, now upright and loudly insistent, continued yelling about his phone. Whether it was misplaced, taken, or destroyed, we still don't know for sure. But to him, that phone seemed to be the center of the universe. What followed after the video cut was equally important, if not more so. According to police sources, officers did in fact respond to a call at Sushi around 10:30 p.m. They confirmed that DeMar DeRozan was involved in the situation. An investigation has since been opened, and while no charges have been filed yet, the story is far from over. Eyewitnesses inside the restaurant painted an even more chaotic picture, describing glassware shattering, cutlery flying, chairs scraping violently across the floor. For a moment, Yum's Sushi became the stage for something far messier than a celebrity sighting. One eyewitness told TMZ that the whole situation erupted after the man, described as someone wearing shorts, shoved a phone with an extremely bright light directly in DeMar's face. An intrusive, aggressive move, especially in a setting where people expect some level of privacy. Athletes and celebrities are constantly dealing with cameras being shoved in their faces, but there's a difference between asking for a picture and invading someone's space with blinding light. According to that same witness, DeMar reacted quickly and instinctively, smacking the phone out of the man's hand. That's when things spiraled. The man in the shorts, whose name has not been publicly released, reportedly suffered enough injuries during the physical scuffle that he had to be placed into an ambulance shortly after. EMTs arrived, assessed his condition, and decided he needed more than just an ice pack. The extent of his injuries isn't yet known, but one thing is certain: what started as a flashy video opportunity turned into a trip to the hospital. Meanwhile, DeMar hasn't made any public statement. Nor has his team, the Sacramento Kings. When reached out for comment, there's been nothing but silence. No confirmation, no denial, not even a "we're looking into it." That silence can be strategic, or it could be the calm before an even bigger storm. 'Cause once something like this gets public, there are only two ways it can go. Either it dies down quietly, or it grows into a wildfire. It's easy to forget sometimes that athletes like DeMar DeRozan are human beings. They're not just numbers on a stat sheet or faces on a highlight reel. They have emotions, stressors, personal lives that don't get broadcasted every night on ESPN. DeMar has been through a lot. He's spoken publicly about mental health struggles, about the pressure of being a franchise player, about the sacrifices of fame. He's known for being reserved, not hot-headed. That's what makes this so unexpected. If someone like DeMar is snapping in public, something must have pushed him way past his limits. Some speculate that the man with the phone might have been trying to bait him, get a reaction, a headline, a viral moment. In today's world, clout chasing is a real thing, and many will stop at nothing to get the attention of a celebrity, even if it means provoking them. But there's also the chance that it was simply a confrontation gone wrong. A misunderstanding that exploded before anyone had time to stop it. Still, there are questions that remain unanswered. Why was the phone such a big deal? What was on it? Why did DeMar lunge when the man demanded it back? Was there something sensitive recorded, something personal, something potentially damaging? Was it the principle of being recorded without permission? Or was it deeper, maybe even legal? And what does this mean moving forward? Will there be consequences? Will the NBA step in? Will the Kings issue a statement or suspend DeMar? Or will this be chalked up to a moment of human error in a world that often forgets athletes are more than just their profession? For now, the video speaks louder than any press release. It shows a man pushed past his point of tolerance. It shows a situation spiraling in seconds. It shows the chaos that unfolds when boundaries are crossed and respect is lost. DeMar DeRozan didn't walk into Yum's Sushi looking for a fight. But he left with a headline: